Give it up, make it loud for Dennis Cruz. Get him, Dennis. Oh, let's keep it going for Ricochet, huh? Letting us come out and play. Or at least let me come out and play. I don't know, you guys gotta sit through this stuff. Little bit about me. I recently had to stop seeing this girl because I found out her birthstone was crystal meth. Yeah, I don't pick well. I'm not good at that. I don't know, I recently found out I only masturbate with my dominant hand. It's the only one the Barbie clothes fit on. I was at my cancer doctor the other day and he told me I need you to stop masturbating. Shocked, I was like, but doc, why? He goes, because I'm trying to take your blood pressure right now. He's a very handsome man. I don't know, they say guys with long hair and beards are wise. They have wisdom. And I gotta agree, you know, but it's not me. I mean, I have paid off 3 college tuitions. At least that's what the dancers said the money was for. I get I look like I take style tips from the mayor of Whoville. I have been asked if I was a cast member of Fraggle Rock. This look to get you kicked out of new seasons at 7 a.m. because the bottle return does not open till 8, sir. I didn't even have any bottles that day. I had cans. No. I don't know. You ever have just enough Visine for one eye? And you gotta sit there and figure out which eye is worse, and then you get this idea, you just shoot it in, and then you'll grab that credit card you just used to chop up cocaine on a public toilet seat, and you go, I'll catch the runoff, smear it in the other eye. And as I do that, I'll remind myself that I don't believe in germs and eat roadkill. I'm just reliving a day in Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s life. I don't know. I don't like AI. I mean, but I think AI ought to take over religion. You know, because that way you get all the fantasy, none of the molestation. I didn't mean to look at you when I said that. It's funny. I believe there are aliens, right? But you know, if I'm up here and I say, you know, they say that God, who is not of this earth, came down and made man from dirt. The people go, yeah, that's what they say, yeah. But if I say aliens came down and manipulated the genetics of the beings that were already on this planet, people are like, you're crazy. It's the same thing. Same thing. I don't know. Anybody celebrating anything? Anybody celebrate? I'm celebrating something on Monday. I have a birthday. Yeah, I get to go from old to fucking old. So on Friday, like you do when you're fucking old, I'm premature. But my mom said I was way too late. But no, as you do when you're fucking old, I went to see my doctor, you know, and I took all these tests, right? I mean, you take a lot of tests, right? They took blood, they took urine, you know, they asked me to fill a cup full of saliva, and I was like, I smoked too much weed for that to be done in a day. I gave them a sperm sample. Wasn't on their list, but I had one ready. And I I was sitting there waiting on the test. I was waiting on the test. I see my doctor coming down the hallway, and he's got this big-ass grin on his face, and I felt my wallet tighten. Every time that man smiles, he costs me money. But he gets to me, and I got to quote him on this because it's a beautiful thing. He said to me, it's a beautiful thing. He goes, you know, you're pretty fucking healthy for a dying man. It's like, thank you, Doc. Thanks for being on Team D. I appreciate you. No, it's true. And over the course of the last 25 years now, I've been diagnosed and living under the case of 4 different types of terminal cancer. The kind of cancer there, they give you a time limit. You know, a lot of people get 12 months. They're like, oh, 12 months, you got to get better before 12 months. No, they gave me 6 months for 22 years. I've been living under the banner of 6. You got 6. Every time I go, I was going to the doctor every 3 months, just getting scanned. And I'm like, isn't this radiation? Isn't this going to cost something? They're like, no, we need it. And I'm like, that's an X-ray. That hurt. I've been through so many. I had doctors quit me. They go, it's not me, it's you. Keep living. I just wanted one of them to be right, you know, once. Then it would have restored my faith in the medical system for about 6 months. I don't know. Do you remember the first time you were ever diagnosed with a terminal? No, just me. No, they told me you got a tumor on your lung. Still there. You got a tumor on your lung, and if it keeps growing, the way it's growing, you got about 6 months to live. I was like, cool. So I went shopping. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna buy shit I've always wanted. I'm gonna buy shit I don't even need. I'm gonna put it on a credit card. What are they gonna do? Come get me? I'm fucking dead. Fuck a credit card. I was buying shit left and right. I was buying shit I didn't need. I was buying shit other people didn't need. I bought a boat. I can't even think about the ocean without getting sick, but I was like, fuck yeah. And then, you know, I lived. I'm still trying to pay. Anybody want to buy a boat? Never been used. I will say though, it is difficult. I mean, it's hard to date, you know, when you're dying. You get out, every time you make, I'm looking for a long-term relationship. I go, I got 3-4 weeks. I can give you tops. So I spend a lot of time at strip clubs. You guys go to, I don't recognize any of your faces, so no. Oh, I love going to the strip. I go to the strip club so often, I recognize the dancers by their faces. No, I was getting this dance from this gal the other day. Oh. She was working it. She was making it happen. You know, she was earning, you know what I'm saying, sir? She was earning that dollar, you know? And in the middle of the dance, she turns around, gives me a kiss, full on the lips. And at first I was all giddy. I was like, ooh, human contact, it doesn't hurt, you know? And then I started thinking, what kind of diseases can be transferred via, and I'm like, COVID's still out there. I'm like, oh, that could be bad. Yeah, COVID's on that list. Yeah, and then herpes, ooh, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, that one's there. And I was like, is mono going around this week? I don't know. So I stopped her right there in the middle of the dance, and I told her, you need to go get tested for all of these immediately. They kicked me out of that club. But I just went across the street because it was Portland. No, I love going to the strip clubs. It's fun to, you know, just spend money on. Yeah, I'm just saying. If you're taking your clothes off and rolling around on me naked while I hand you money with no satisfaction coming in whatever in any way, you're an ex-wife. That's all it is. And I say that having been married and divorced several houses ago. Every ex-wife I've had has treated our marriage like she won a game show at the end because they walk away with a house and a car. That sounds bad, but it's even worse when you're me. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a good picker. For example, my first marriage, I was in the military for a while, as you can tell by the haircut. It was a long time ago. I was in the Army. I went to Texas. I met this gal. I was like, oh my God, she's beautiful. I had an attention problem. She hit me in the head with an empty bottle of Jim Beam to get my attention. I was like, I love this woman. And, she was beautiful. Oh, she was gorgeous, and she said all the right words. I'm pregnant. And so we ended up getting married, and it turns out she wasn't, but I had a job, took me out of the house months at a time. I never cheated on my wife. Never, the first one. I wish this was whiskey. No, I never cheated on my wife. But I somehow ended up with gonorrhea twice. So while I was out protecting and serving, she was back home serving without protection. You know what I'm saying, sir. Before I got married, folks said I should have got a prenup, and I was like, silly. I was like, that's like wearing a condom on your wedding night. Turns out I should have done both. I don't know. There's a finisher to that joke, but that's bad. Thanks for that. The last straw. Here we go. The last straw was when I found out she was charging her spa days to my credit card, and I found out it was just 8 guys doing bukkake. It's like, you could have told me, I would have filmed. No, I'm not good. I'm just saying, it's a good thing I don't have any kids. Anybody got kids over here? Who's got kids? Oh, yeah, horrible parents. No, you're out drinking. Look at you. Remind me of my father. I would have had to known him. My mom was the worst. No, I'm kidding. She only had 7 children. No, I don't have any kids. I have pets, right? I got pets. I got a dog, a cat, several chickens. Normal stuff. And I think pets are way easier than children simply because if one of mine suddenly goes missing overnight, nobody asks any questions. There are no questions to ask. But when it's a child, oh my God, they ask so many questions. Hashtag life lesson. Hashtag I do not know what happened to that neighbor boy. I was fucking with my chickens. I love my chickens. Not that way, hush. I love my birds. No, my birds are smart, right? But I got a lot of unwritten rules for my chickens. Because they can't read. It's simple. But they are smart birds. They've got me trained, because if one of them lays an egg, it'll start squawking until I go out and get the egg. Unless it's before 5:30 in the morning, then it's just my neighbor calling me, going, hey man, you better quiet that bird down or I'm gonna come over and strangle it. That's what I love about living in Portland. Early in the morning, my neighbor wants to come over and choke my chicken for me. I'm on board. It's been a while. I don't know. Chickens are amazing. They've been around since, they're related genetically to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. They date back before man. Which is why it surprises me it took us until 1961 to learn how to deep fry properly from a man in a white suit and a white hat and a white hair. And fuck you, Colonel Sanders! You and your 11 herb. That man was so racist, he only used white pepper. I don't know, I had to take my dog to the vet the other day. She was there all day. I went to pick her up, and the guy was like, hey, we had to pull 2 of her front teeth. So now she barks with a lisp. It's like, barf, you know. And the veterinary guy gave her all this medication for the pain, which I immediately took. She got all mad at me. She started growling. Arf, arf. I'm like, come on, that doesn't even sound threatening. Besides, I paid for it. I am Dennis Cruz. Let's give it up for your host.
Yeah, give it up one more time for Dennis Cruz.